I have a question for you.
Okay.
Was were chopped cheeses a big part of your life?
Honestly, bro, not really.
Right? Okay.
And I mean when I say that, I mean like this may sound like blasphemy, but for a long time I didn't know that a chopped cheese was different than a than a cheesesteak.
Here's the thing.
You
Like
know?
a friend of mine asked me this question. My the guy I co-created the Shweekly with, because he got like he was like told like run into a situation with chopped cheeses where everybody was like acting like chopped cheeses was like a big thing, and that was like a
I
big New
mean,
York thing. And I guess to a degree
it
it
is.
is,
Well, all right,
but
I'll let you
like it was
finish,
never
but
really a prominent thing in my life either. You know
mhm.
what I mean?
Yeah, so basically what I learned is that chopped cheeses is really a Harlem thing.
Mm,
And what happened is that it branched out because you can get a chopped cheese from almost anywhere in New York, right? Like
yeah,
any place where they got a grill and shit, they'll probably make it.
yeah, yeah.
But it
There's
did
a chopped
start in
cheese near
Harlem.
me.
Yeah, and it's a much more known Harlem thing where
That's what I
where
thought.
people order it, more often out here. I guess. Like I never used to even hear people order one. Like when I went to the store. Not that I was really trying to pay attention to that shit, but it is a New York thing, not because of the prevalence of it, but because of the origin.
I
You get what I'm
agree.
saying?
Yeah, no, I
So
think it's a New York thing, but I feel like it's
and they
one of
are
those
mad good, so it is a big deal, I think.
for sure. I think it was just like one of those things like people overblow about New York.
I guess. I know where you're going with this, and the funny thing about it is that this is right up my alley, where I'm like, people are hype about something that, and I'm mad about it. Think that I'd be like, yeah, yeah, but nah. Like,
No, no, I don't think it's worth
this is
getting.
what happens.
Mhm.
The people he's talking about hyping it up, in my opinion, and I don't know anything about these people. I'm just making a guess. I don't think these are actual New Yorkers,
Right, exactly.
right? Right, and like and there has been a lot of hype around a chopped cheese or bacon, egg, and cheese from this very media. I'm sorry, I'm moving away from my microphone.
Yeah, you're moving a little too
um,
far now.
yeah, I definitely went to. Yeah, I'm still getting used to being stationary. I went to crack my window. Anyway, it's there is this fakeness to it because of the nature of New York. Like because like even though it's we have such a dense population, the ones you hear from the most are the fucking implants and the rich people who might
Right.
as well be implants too. Because the real New Yorkers are the people who work every day and are fucking poor.
Yeah.
Just to be honest, you know what I'm
No, it's
saying?
true.
Like that's kind of what it is. You feel me?
Yeah.
Otherwise, you moved from somewhere fucking else, or like you're well off and you don't really have a genuine New York experience. And it's those people who are screaming about a bacon, egg, and cheese, chopped cheese, da 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 da. So they're like they're watering down. You know, and there's this like it's watered down, but because I know better. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel a way about it.
Right.
It's more important that I understand that I'm informed on why it's like that.
Yeah,
So
no,
I
no,
get it.
I
But Pasha, right? Oh,
yeah, 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 it is Pasha.
what's your friend's name again?
Yeah,
Oh, you
Pasha.
don't. Oh, my bad. I didn't know if you wanted to
Yeah, it was him.
shout that out on the pod. Shout out to the guy. That's my nigga, yo.
Yeah. No, yeah, he had like a thing where he was wondering the same thing, and I said I would ask you on the show because I feel like this would this is a good place to ask. I was like,
Man, I got a good connect.
Josh is a good is a New York guy like me.
Yeah,
We could I
and
could
I'm
ask Josh.
actually and I'm in Harlem, so I don't.
Yeah, you
You
ever
may not have known the whole Harlem thing, but
that's what I thought. I always
me,
felt like chopped cheeses were like a real uptown thing.
yeah, they definitely are. And I've
Um,
had enough people from fucking Harlem tell me that already. I'm like, okay, I get it.
fine. Have you ever had one?
Like
I never had one
motherfuckers.
actually.
Yeah. Oh my god. I went on a fucking chopped cheese kick.
Yeah.
Like a year or so ago, man. I was spending bread, nigga.
Wow, really? Are
Yo,
they
like
expensive?
I ain't gonna lie. For a while, a chopped cheese with French fries was all I could fucking think about, man.
It sounds delicious, to be honest. I just never got around to
It
having one.
is. It is. And then you put the ketchup and hot sauce on the French fries.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
You see, I'm a
And you got to
Brooklyn
get your
kid.
chopped cheese with cheddar cheese.
Yeah, I'm a Brooklyn kid. I don't think that was like huge here, like it
Yeah,
was in
you'll
Harlem.
probably just get a hot sandwich or something like
Yeah,
that.
we were more
Or
bacon, egg, and
that.
cheese folk.
Yeah.
I think that's like a
Honey
Brook.
turkey, egg and cheese.
Yeah,
What's your favorite thing to get? What's your favorite egg and cheese style? Just regular egg and cheese on a roll?
yeah, yeah. I'm a basic bitch. I do love me a regular one.
I think peak for me
Nothing
is
special.
a honey turkey, egg and cheese on a everything bagel.
Mm,
Yeah. Toasted with butter.
yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. I'm hungry now. Wow.
Sorry, bro.
That's all right. I got some food waiting for me actually, but
Oh
that's on
yeah,
the other side.
that's on the other side of
Uh,
this amazing podcast that
that
we
is
got.
on the yeah.
Brian's not here.
Yeah.
Maybe if he gets home, he neglected to let us know that he gets out of work late today. So it's probably just gonna be me and Josh flying solo on stuff. But we're here for the pre-show
Yeah.
chat show. We the strike's over, so we can talk about stuff, which is very fun. We'll save. I guess we never talked about live action One Piece, so we'll wait. I guess for
Yeah, we're
Brian,
gonna wait. And before we talk about
we
live
can talk
action
about
One
other
Piece, I
stuff.
actually wanna talk no, not I'm talking about when we do talk about that. I would also like to break down the details of like the games won by the workers. Like what it was, what we stood in solidarity for, what came out of it. I think that's important as well. So
Yeah, for the
we'll
most
have that
part.
ready for you guys
Yeah, I think
on
like
the Thanksgiving episode. Oh,
yeah, I think everybody got what they wanted in both guilds, as far as I know. I don't know if Yahtzee is still on
I
strike,
didn't read
but
anything about it, so I can't say.
yeah,
I'm optimistic though.
no, I think like the writers and actors are very happy with what they got. Because the main thing is just like, well, the money thing is I feel like kind of slightly secondary. The big danger was AI, so
Yeah,
they got protections against like their jobs being taken by AI, which is good.
yeah.
So that's like the main thing that I think.
Sounds very good.
Yeah, I mean, like they were. There's no. It's not allowed to have like AI write or edit scripts. Or I don't know how far it goes for the actors. I don't know how deep their protections go, but like they can't just make straight up AI replacements of people. Um, it's like sub in actors if they don't got them. That shit was crazy. I can't believe that was like on the table, and people were just expecting us to go be like, yeah, replace this with robots. But yeah,
Yeah,
that's the big
well,
thing.
I'll do that, right? Greed will blind. I don't even want to say that, man.
Yeah,
Say that. Yeah, people are crazy.
yeah. I watched a
You
lot of
know it.
stuff in the meantime, which is great. I watched Five Nights at
So
Freddy's.
did I.
Did you watch?
Oh, the movie?
Yeah. I never
I
played the
know
games.
of the. I know. I know some lore. A tiny,
Here's the thing: you
very
can never know
small amount of
enough.
lore.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah, yeah. It keeps going. I had to stop because they kept.
Bro, I went down.
There's too many retcons. There's more retcons than a Marvel fucking.
It's not even retcons. It's
Um.
just like there's no like hardcore through line for what the story is. So a lot of the lore that everyone knows is just conjecture. Like it's like 70% a guess. There's definitely things that are intentionally, put there for us to understand about the story, but a lot of the other stuff is kind of guessing as far as I know. I went on like a deep dive for like 2 weeks because I don't know. When you like start researching it, you just get like lost in the rabbit hole. And I love lore. I think that's the problem is that I love lore. So if you get me an
Yes.
interesting enough lore, I will fall down the rabbit hole for weeks. And I've never played a single one of these games, but I thought the lore was really interesting. And the movie it breaks off from that lore from as much as we understand it. There's a lot of differences, which is fine by me. I'm like okay with it. I liked the movie actually. I thought it was really
It
fun.
was good.
Yeah, I liked it. It wasn't really scary at all, which I think a lot of folks had a complaint about. But I wasn't. It wasn't very scary actually, which is cool with me. I don't really like horror movies, so I'm like, this is fine.
Mm,
I like a little spooky,
that's fair.
but not like, don't scare me, dude. Um, but yeah,
I'm really surprised you've seen it.
yeah.
It was
You know
entertaining.
what it was? I also saw that. I ran into this like fan animation of it first. That was really fucking good, and I was like, man, that's what tossed me down the rabbit hole. Is that I saw this like fan animated YouTube series, and I just like I gotta know what this is. It's also the design of the animatronics are like really cool. And I started with like watching Let's Plays to experience what the game even is. It's pretty intense.
Mm. Yeah, I've never. I would play the game. Looks a little fun, but
The game looks fun,
man, the
but I can't deal with how I can't. I'm not a scary
oh the
person guy. I'm not a scary movie or game or person guy, so I don't seek these things out unless it has good lore. But yeah, those are my thoughts on Five Nights at Freddy's. I think it's on Peacock now. It got like a simultaneous release. So if you guys
it's
got,
already simultaneous.
yeah,
Okay.
so if you have Peacock, I think it makes for a fun movie night. And it's not like really scary, except for like one moment. It's not gory either. But yeah, it's PG
Oh,
13
it's not.
actually. I keep
Oh, it's
forgetting.
PG-13,
Like
right? Yeah,
Friday Nights at Freddy's.
they had to because it's a kid's fucking. You know what I'm saying? Like it. You know how much money they would have missed
Well,
out
it's not a
on.
kids thing really, because the subject matter, the story is very dark. But yeah, I wouldn't call Five Nights at Freddy's necessarily a kids thing, even though there's no like gore in the games even. But the story itself is kind of it's really dark and sad. But
What for Five Nights? You said.
for Five Nights at Freddy's, like the actual lore of the games is very.
What I all I remember was that it was either like either the kids drove the Purple Man crazy or the Purple Man was just a serial killer. That's all I remember.
It's
He's
both.
like main guy.
Yeah,
It's both.
there's a purple man who is the serial killer. His name is William, and he would do this thing where he opened this like animatronic Chuck E. Cheese type place with another guy,
Yes. Yeah.
and his kids. He lost like two kids to this thing, so like his youngest son was accidentally killed by his oldest son when they like put him too
Oh,
close to an animatronic, and the animatronic killed the kid. And
holy
then
shit.
he started murdering kids and stuffing their bodies into the animatronics. And that caused the animatronics to be possessed by these kids.
So they were more like lifelike and shit, and then but that also led to them killing other people.
Well, the thing about killing other people is technically they is like debatable of how much of the kids' consciousnesses exist within the animatronics because they
Oh no, that's not.
they operate.
I wouldn't argue that it's the kid's consciousness at all.
Yeah,
It's
so
an
that
amalgamation, so it's not them anymore,
right.
right? I
So the
mean,
thing is, like,
that's fair.
the animatronics apparently walk around by default because so like their servos don't get like the motors that work them don't get jammed up. But the problem is that
Oh, I see.
the point of the game is that if they see you, they'll think that you're an exoskeleton without the animal stuff on you, and they'll try to stuff you inside one of the inside of a spare suit,
Oh
which would kill
shit,
you.
and that kills you.
Yeah.
Which yeah, I mean, is there any detail to how and why that kills you? Is it just too tight of a space, or do they do
Yeah,
it
they
too
just
roughly?
like jam you violently inside of a suit. But you
Like if
never
they didn't do it violently, would you still be alive?
it depends on the suit because the purple man gets stuck in one of the suits but it's like the one of the very first
Gotcha.
iterations of the suit where there's these spring locks that like close in on you if the gears get like wet or something, if there's moisture in the air.
Oh, and you got locked in,
Yeah.
couldn't get out.
Nope. He dies
Wow.
technically. The purple
Oh,
man.
the when he gets so the lock the that thing kills him. Like
Yeah.
not that he dies from not being able to get out of it, but like that the
Yeah,
lock
it
in.
crams in on you, and like all the you just get stabbed by a
Mm,
bunch of metals, of metal
I see. I
springs and
see.
shit. But he died in the suit, so his spirit also kind of possesses that suit.
Man, which suit is he in?
The spring lock Bonnie suit. It's like a rabbit.
Oh,
It's a
is
great
that like a
design.
big
If you look up
surprise? Like which
spring,
one he's in?
hmm? It's very
Is
obvious
that
which
like
one
a
he.
big deal knowing which one he's in, or
Yeah.
not really?
Oh, it's a big deal. It's important to know because he's like,
Damn. So you kind of just spoiled it, low
well,
key.
if you haven't dug into the lore yet, it's not that bad, because he's the antagonist of the third game apparently. So yeah, whatever. There's enough
Whatever.
lore that that's not necessarily even a spoiler. That's very much the tip of the iceberg.
Right. It gets so that's funny that even I only know just from seeing like thumbnails from other videos
Yeah,
and
I
what they
once
suggest. Wow.
once I was at while I was at work, I had it on in the background. I would just like watch an 8 hour Five Nights at Freddy breakdown.
Whoa. Bro, if you can do that, you could watch that half an hour Zatch Bell video. That
I
shit
will.
was
No, I
really
want
good.
to. I want to. Um,
It's so good.
I will. I
And you
definitely
already
will.
know what the spoiler is that
Yeah, no, he's
Zatch
alive. He
Bell
becomes the
wins.
Momodo King.
He wins. He wins in the end.
No, he dies
But
actually.
that's
He does not die.
what?
Hmm?
Well,
Zach?
oh, never
Does he
mind.
die?
Yeah. Well, it's funny you said that. He wins.
Uh huh. Does that require him dying or something?
Not really. You'll see.
All right.
You will see because it's a good series. And I used to think that it was just something I really liked and I wanted you to, but after watching that video, I am convinced that it's one of the better series I've read.
It's a
Like,
great
not
series.
from
I mean,
my
I used to
opinion,
watch it
but
on.
like objective.
Honestly, if it was on the Jump thing, I would have read it easy. It's
Oh, the
accessibility.
history behind it too, dude. The mangaka for Zatch Bell is a fucking thug, man.
Yeah, I bet.
He fought against Shonen Jump, man. I can't believe it.
Ooh.
And I know, well, they violated him, man. It wasn't
Mm,
really about like their legal battle. It was the fact that they claimed that they lost like some art of his, like the 2 page spreads, like the cover spreads and shit. And
yeah.
that's fucked up.
Yeah, that's trash.
Oh, speaking of other shit, I started watching Vinland Saga.
Oh yeah.
Um, and I think about characters like Dr. Manhattan, the Beyonders, um, what's his name? Sensei from the Hidden Leaf Village.
There's many senseis in the
You know what
hidden.
I'm saying?
Which one? Iruka?
The
You mean
strongest.
Iruka? The
Yeah,
strongest,
yeah, yeah.
clearly Iruka.
Yeah, so like when I think about these type of like or Gojo, like these archetype characters that like really can't be stopped, now Thor is just one of those.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna tell you this, guys, and spoilers. Thor dies in like the second episode or something, or the third, right?
I think the fourth
But I'm gonna
actually.
tell you this: he's not actually dead. Yeah, the fourth. You're right. But he's not dead. He's not dead. He's alive in the hearts of every other Viking that knows his name. There's a man named Thorkill,
Thorkel, yeah.
and I'm pretty sure he can also if he fought Gojo. I'm not saying he would have been able to immediately do it, but if he survived long enough, I do truly believe he would have found a way to cut through his limitless off of pure swag and and Jubilee. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's how I feel about Thorkill. That's how I feel about two characters in the series. And then there's Thorfinn. And then there's him. That little motherfucker, yo. He doesn't stop.
He does not. Well, how far
Look,
are
I
you?
get it. Pretty far.
How
I
far?
can actually bring it up on Crunchyroll right now. I got you. Give me a second. Basically, the yo, they just killed Ragnar, and it was so this show is so gangster because even the people who are soft know what time it is, and like Ragnar, they killed that nigga, and he was like, "All right, look, I gotta have a conversation with you, Rook," because he was bleeding out, and like. And the guy is like, damn, you should have said all of this shit before. Like, I might not have even killed you. We might have just figured something else out. But he just was like, oh well. All right, let me stop saying all this bullshit. I think aside from the combat itself, um, the series wins on its on the strength of its characters. Askeladd is very interesting.
Right.
I had no idea he was going to be that important of a character until he was, and I mean, I guess like I really thought the series was gonna go a completely different direction, and then this nigga died, and I was like, wow.
Yeah, that's how they get you, man.
Oh, I'll be right back. I need to grab my lighter.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll vamp. um, yeah, I'm like in the middle of. I don't know if he can hear me still, but yeah, I'm in the middle of season 2. I recommended this to Josh.
I'm
Just
in the middle of season 1. I was about to tell you the episode. I
yeah.
could hear you, by the way.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I gotta start catching up myself because I gotta finish this season. Um, but yeah, I think
Yo, there's so many. I'm at episode 18.
yeah, it's a lot of
You watch
episodes.
sub, right?
Huh? No, I watched
You
it in
watch
dub.
sub,
I
right?
watched it on Netflix.
What?
The dub is good.
But oh my god, Chris, you're missing out. I'm not gonna lie. You need to rewatch this series in sub.
You know what it is? When I would watch it in the morning while I have my breakfast, and I don't want to read.
Oh, right, and you're doing other things.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I'm just like getting my breakfast together, feeding the cats and shit. So I don't want to read.
I've had to go back so many times so I could actually know what the fuck they're talking about because I was just like my eyes would veer off.
Yeah, that's also a thing. Is like I don't know if it's my attention span, but like the subs are getting to me. I'm rewatching Jujutsu Kaisen in sub, and yeah, because I feel like the dub for that show is kind of hit or miss. But
I like the dub
the dub's good, but it's not like
personally.
I think a lot of characters sound good. Like Gojo sounds great. I
You
grew
are my special.
I grew into liking Megumi's voice actor. Um, for a second, I thought it felt like too old, for Megumi, but then it was like, all right, it works.
It comes around.
Yeah,
Like I got used to it.
yeah. Toto's voice actor is great.
And but the Japanese voice acting in Vinland Saga is truly. I'm not gonna lie. I think that's what does it for me more than anything else. When they was making fun of Thorfinn saying that he wanted to have an official duel, and they was like, "Oh man, look at this kid. You better watch out." Yo, it was the way their voices sounded. Couldn't I? Like, yo,
Do it again. Say that again.
No, I'm not. That was it. You
No,
have to
one more
come back and
time.
listen to it again.
Come on, do it again.
Couldn't I? Like that.
Hell yeah.
But even the little mannerisms and they're like, oh, or like that, it sounds so much better in fucking Japanese.
Yeah, it's a lot more expressive.
Like that. Yeah, man. So I truly do feel like you're missing out because that's what in my opinion, that's what makes most of the series to me. Like it's the interpersonal
Hey, if I
just
rewatch
like
it,
the
I'll rewatch it
conversation.
in sub. You heard?
Right, and you already get the idea, so it's not like you really need to
Yeah.
be paying attention to everything they're saying. So
Yeah.
you could get it. You could just enjoy the Japanese voices.
Yeah. You know what? I like what I picked up because it's a kind of a short
Bro, the
series right
prince
now.
is soft.
Hmm?
The prince is fucking so. Hold on. The prince is soft. That nigga had this cool ass helmet on, and then like he was like a follower of God. And I'm not gonna lie, man. I don't know if this guy forgot about tropes, but doesn't he know that when the guy acts all clean and holier than thou, that he means he's super duper nice?
Yeah.
It's not supposed to be this way.
No, I forgot about that. Canute.
Canute, yeah.
Prince Canute.
Yo, Ragnar was talking so much shit, man.
Hmm.
Like, when Askeladd's people saved him and he started talking back to them or something, I was like, oh my god, they're gonna kill this nigga. And then a few episodes went, and I was like, oh, I guess they're not that petty. And then they was like, nah, we got a plan, and you need to die.
No, you thought it was sweet, huh?
man, it's interesting. Yeah, I don't know if this is gonna be that kind of series, but I'm hoping that Canute turns into like a cool warrior. But it's not gonna be like that.
No.
All right, it's okay.
Yeah.
You don't have to confirm anything. I already know.
Oh, yeah.
It's not that. The only person I need to worry about is Thorfinn. Askeladd's about to die. I don't know. I think he's dying soon. Like I don't even think he's gonna make it past this season, to be honest.
Hmm.
Thorfinn right now is fighting against Thorkill
For the first time,
again.
I guess, or the second time.
No, for the second time in the
Okay.
snow.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna spoil it, but
I'm gonna make a prediction. It's
Mhm.
obvious, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I'm gonna imagine that Thorkill is gonna join there. Like, well, oh well, yeah. Actually, it's kind of obvious now. Thorkill is gonna just line up with Askeladd after he hears what the plan is, because he's just gonna be like, oh, okay, bet that leads to more fighting. So, or he's probably just gonna be like, well, if you stick to our plan, you can hang around us and fight Thorfinn every fucking day if you want, and then he'll be like, bet,
Yeah.
let's go,
Yeah.
dude. I can't believe Askeladd's army all bailed on that nigga, man. The crazy thing is that like they wrote this is a really well written series. That's just straight up, right? Like that's
Yeah.
why I like it so much, because it's very compelling in that way. And the way it was led up to his people's like, turning their back on him, it made sense on paper. That they kept saying because luck was running out, that he made a gamble, and that he's been losing, and it's the fact that he hasn't ever lost before or whatever in that regard. So their foundation was shaken, so it makes sense. But I'd still like to believe that like that crew has been through so much shit already, that that they would have been like, fuck that, we all dying together, especially since they know about Valhalla. Like my thing is that if those were all Vikings as well, that then they shouldn't have been scared to fight Thorkill's army when it was time to. They would have been like, "Fuck it, like we need to, like it's time to die, fight it."
Yeah.
So it was kind of weird that they would turn cold on him like that. But I guess that's why they all got killed in smoke. Because the whole point was that, yeah, you're not no real Vikings. Nigga, what you know about the Joms
The
Vikings, bro?
Yoms Vikings.
Joms, right?
Yeah.
It's a soft J, not a hard one.
I don't think so. I guess it's a soft J. Yeah.
You read the dub, nigga. I mean, you watch the dub, nigga. You
It
tell
is
me, how do
it
they
is a
say it?
soft J. It's a soft J.
Joms. At least.
Yoms.
Joms Vikings.
The Yoms Vikings.
I would never be a Viking. They wash their ass once a
Never.
week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, I had to fight people all the time. I'd die.
Yeah. Could it be you? Couldn't do it.
Mm-mm.
Mm.
Then they live to fight. I want to chill.
Yeah.
I
Yeah. That's the
wanna
difference.
chill.
That's really the difference between me and Vikings is that I want to chill.
And they always want to get it static. Like they always want to like get it popping. They always want to like find out who thinks they tough.
Yeah, they're
That's not
ready
how
to
I
die.
feel. Not how I operate at all.
No,
So
no, yeah. Well, the thing about the Valhalla thing is that like they they have to fight to win. You know, they can't just like fight and die.
I mean, they
So
can try to win.
yeah, but
No,
that
they have to fight. They have to. No, they have to die while fighting.
right, but they have to. They
I
can't
think that's
just
what
like
it is.
give up and die and go to Valhalla. You gotta like be giving it your all, and a lot of the times you just end up winning.
There was a moment where they were talking about Thor and Odin versus Jesus Christ. And
Oh
it was
yeah, I
like
saw that.
he looked so puny, the person that they praised. They was like, I bet Thor would strike him down with one hammer strike or something like that. And I thought it was so fucking funny and petty. Like, guys, that's not how it works. First of all, that and then the priest is like, oh no, that Jesus has like special abilities or something like that. It's not about his toughness. It was like he can make bread and or whatever.
Yeah,
That was funny. And
yeah,
then
no,
they asked the priest, like, which guy do you think is better? And he was like, the one that made booze. And they all thought that was funny.
yeah,
That was a nice moment.
yeah. Vinland Saga's a really good show. I think like more. It's I wouldn't say it's a heavy battle thing, but that's kind of like the point. I think it's more of a story type manga than a battle series.
No, it really is. It's the fighting is just
It's just extra. It's a
beautiful.
bonus.
Yeah, like there. The last thing I want to say is this. I think it's really profound. There's something about this series that's different from a lot of these other shonen ones. Well, I don't think Vinland Saga is shonen, but whatever.
Yeah, it's seinen.
Maybe it is.
No, it's
Seinen.
seinen.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. But like, it's in their messaging. Like the way Thor's is like he says, a true warrior doesn't need a sword, and that you know, like there was another thing he said, but the general that
You
you know
have
how
no
he didn't want to.
enemies.
Yes, that's what he. That's honestly much more profound. And the crazy thing is, I'm not, I didn't get emotional, but he said that shit, and that kind of hit. I was like, he's right. Like, it's such an abstract thing to say to a child, but he didn't. It was tragic because he knew he was dying, and he had to say that, and he just had to hope and trust someone would understand in time, so that at least he was able to say that, and someone that he respected said that. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? So it's tragic because he's had those moments where he's talked to his dad in his dreams, and he's like, please, don't avenge me. Like, just it's I don't want you to be unhappy, and he just won't accept it.
Hmm.
So it's like it kind of plays on the whole thing where it's like you have to kind of learn things on your own sometimes, even if it's against your own good. Sometimes we just won't learn. You know what I mean? Or it's hard to learn or get over things, just from hearing it.
Yeah.
It's just it gives me it's kind of it's like an anchor for the series, like where in the back of my mind I understand that regardless of the conflict that's happening, we're gonna get to a point eventually where I believe Thorfinn starts to understand, and I'm really excited to see him grow in that regard. Because I do want to see him get stronger as a fighter and more skilled. I think it'd be cool if he learns more techniques or learns how to fight with other weapons or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But that's like you said, that's really just extra. And I want to see how he learns, these life lessons as being a really strong fighter and being, and how he influences others, et cetera, how others influence him.
Yeah, that's why I thought you would find it interesting. I think like this is a series that has a lot of like philosophical depth that I thought you would find like really compelling.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah,
you're right.
I'm
You're absolutely right, man.
Yeah. uh, yeah, it's a great series to be honest. Um, I'm just
What's your favorite thing about the series?
I pretty much what you said. I was actually kind of surprised. Honestly, the animation is gorgeous all the time.
Oh my god, it's beautiful. Yeah,
Um,
it looks so nice.
but that's one thing. But where I am in the series, it's like such an unexpected place where it goes. And I'm very interested to see what you think of season 2 because it's very different. But yeah,
Is Vinland supposed to be heaven, or is that really just like North America? Because they're gonna
no,
be really upset when they
it's
get
not
over
North
there.
America, but I believe
It's
Vinland
heaven,
is
right?
like it's not heaven necessarily. It's more of like a paradise place because their heaven would be kind of Valhalla, as far as I know. But
So
Vinland,
true.
Vinland necessarily doesn't
Really
need. You don't
supposed to
need
be a
to.
real place.
Supposed to be a real place, like it's a place where it's like a peaceful place. Really, it's like a place where there's like just peace and quiet and stuff. So it exists more in theory than anything else. But yeah, Vinland is representative. Is like a symbolic thing, as I remember here. It's just the idea of a paradise, I guess, where you're just like free from all this garbage. But
Did they
like,
be saying out west? And I'm like,
hmm?
guys, I don't
Hmm?
know.
They pull up in New York. They get off the boat and they get a chopped cheese immediately. We've made it to
Yeah,
Vinland.
right.
It is Harlem.
This is Vinland. Yeah, oh, this gotta be it. Right now, one of them's gonna be like, "Is this Vinland?" And the other nigga's gonna have the chopped cheese in his hand, eating it like, "Yo, this nigga, this gotta be Vinland." Like, I don't know if this ain't it, I don't
I don't
care.
know what
I'm
Vinland
chilling.
is.
Fuck Vinland. I'll stay here to call him Saga. Yeah,
Yeah. You know what I've been watching?
not Zatch, bro.
No. Um, Zom 100.
Zomb, like ZOMB.
ZOM 100.
Oh,
You know what that
what's
is?
that?
It's an
Nope,
anime. Hmm?
nope.
It's an anime about this kid. It was a manga too. Started off as a manga. I think it's still going. But
Is it relevant or is it just to look cool?
it's new. It's a newer series, and I think it's a monthly
Is
series as well.
100 though? No, I'm saying 100. Is it relevant
No,
to
yeah,
the
it's
series
relevant.
or is it just to okay? I
Um,
really don't like when they do that.
when they just add like Mob Psycho 100. Mob 100 is
Yeah,
relevant in Mob Psycho 100.
Bleach isn't relevant to its right? Or is it Bleach
It's like
because of
symbolic.
Ghost?
You're like cleansing a soul. That was the
Okay.
that was the connection there. But no, Zom 100 is about how this kid gets his dream job, but it totally like is exploitative and it sucks and it's not everything he thought it would be. Um,
Yikes.
so he's like just suffering and he feels dead inside and the girl he likes is just like the side piece to his boss
Oh
and
man.
it's not looking good for him. He's not having a good time at all. But then the zombie apocalypse happens and
Oh,
it like the realization comes to him that he doesn't have to go to work anymore. So he just finds a new lease on life in the zombie apocalypse. Um and he
does he have a zombie girlfriend?
huh?
Does he have a zombie girlfriend?
No. But he after, after like some time in the first episode passes, the premise of the series is that he starts to write up like a bucket list of everything he wants to do before he inevitably turns into a zombie. And I guess the series is about him just like doing these things and living his life to the fullest with a supporting cast of other survivors.
That's actually, you know, it's all right. well,
It's a
I
it's a
guess it's
very
not. I was gonna. It
it's kind of
reminds
a
me of the
gag
series
series
you made.
almost. Like, you know, it's like semi gag, but it's very fun. I've
Yeah.
been enjoying it. I think it's like 8 episodes
Is
so
it
far.
shown?
I think so. I don't know what magazine it runs in, but
I mean,
it's a monthly
there's no
series,
powers,
I
right?
believe. So yeah, there's no powers as far, not yet at least. I'm only 8 episodes in, and the anime is really short so far. But I'm enjoying what I'm seeing.
Maybe. I mean, there's zombies in it. It's got to be some mystic stuff.
Maybe there's one character I
I can
haven't
only
met.
handle one series at a time with no powers. All right.
There's yeah, I was wondering how you would take Vinland Saga because of that. I'd be like, this is Josh's worst nightmare. This regular guy, the series.
Thank God for writing. Well, Thorfinn ain't no regular guy, but that's fine.
That's just a guy.
Neither is
He has no
Thorkill.
powers.
I don't think anybody with the name Thor as part of their name is like regular in any way.
Yeah. But there is a character
This
in
nigga
the
Thor killed a whole army of people and then just said, "I don't want to do this anymore, man."
That is what he did.
And he really tried to get low. Oh my god, he tried to get low, and then them niggas pulled up like, "Hey, we know you been here, man."
Yeah.
So we're gonna come or we're gonna kill you. What's
Yeah.
shiesty, man?
There's one character I haven't met in Zom 100 yet who seems to be like a samurai type character. I don't know what her deal is, but I imagine I'll learn soon enough.
I'm gonna pray that she has some type of ability.
Yeah, me too. I'll pray for you. If she does have some type of ability, I'll let you know so you can watch it.
Yeah, put me on that ASAP.
So you can feel safe watching it, knowing that somebody with abilities is going to be in it.
Yeah. That's about right.
Yeah. All right. I guess that's enough. We're like at 45 minutes almost. We should probably get into the real show. Sound good to you?
Yep. So if you like what you heard, smash that like button. Like and share and do that and smack your mother, all of that.
Smack your mother, please. Especially do that. We'll do questions
This
next week.
pre-show chat show was so good, and maybe you want to smack your mama.
Yeah, we'll do questions and One Piece live action talk next week when we have Brian. Hopefully, it feels wrong to do these things without him. So, just some light anime talk, a little bit of Five Nights at Freddy's talk, and yeah, we're gonna get into the show. We'll see you guys in New Jump City.
Peace.